Here we are at the Ignition Studios, Dealer News Live from AIME Expo 2026. Michael, who are you and what do you know?
My name is Michael Aufmuth. I am with ELITEFI Partners. Today we're out here with AGWS Warranty Services. Really excited to be here, really excited to talk about what we do, which is back-end products. So we sell service contracts, gap contracts, all the different products that are inside the finance office. We build dealer profit sharing programs, so anything from a retro to a reinsurance. And we try to meet with dealers when it's the right opportunity and the right time.
Well, this is the right place to meet with dealers. They're here with the model mix and sales, new units up, pre-owned up even more. What is reinsurance and how is that going to be a tool for a dealer to use?
That's a great question. So reinsurance, a lot of dealerships are already selling service contracts and gaps and F&I products inside their dealership. Reinsurance allows them to create their own entity, their own warranty company. So instead of selling, a different company's products and then the money that they provide when they pay for these contracts going to the other company, they're putting it into their own warranty company and building a profit sharing program that's for them that they can use. So it can be something they use to capitalize and buy more inventory or buy additional locations to grow, into a lot more avenues or different brands. Reinsurance gives dealership capital to, be future for their business. And so what's really exciting is we have a lot of dealerships that right now are selling products, but not utilizing that type of profit, participation program. So today was great. Like we got to meet with a lot of dealerships and we're talking about how they can do that, how they, can put these structures in place. And it was really exciting. I really, it's my first time actually coming to the AIME show, and it was a really exciting time to sit down and actually meet with as many dealerships as we did.
And I'm getting a little long in the tooth, but I have to remind myself, this is somebody's first show. Everybody's got that first show. You'll always remember, this is now the high water mark. All shows that you attend from this point on have to live up to this standard. 100%. So I'm glad that you're coming into it with a fresh set of eyes and had that positive takeaway from the show. So that's spectacular.
And then we specialize, which is again in the back end products, the finance side. We've done automotive shows, we've done RV shows. This is my first time in the power sports industry, and the finance products, they're all very similar, right? They all kind of serve the same purpose. We want to protect the dealership, we want to protect the customer. That conversation doesn't change, but I really, really enjoy meeting power sport dealers. They're excited. The energy from this environment is very different from other shows.
We're very different as a group, but for a good reason. You have to really want to be here and do this. There are much easier ways to make money, even with the same product. You've experienced that with these other industries, but power sports dealers don't know any different. This is their life. They do it because they're passionate about it, not because it was a rational business decision at some point, but it's scratching an itch that they've got. And so the fact that you can bring a tool that's successful in a commodities or a supply driven industry and bring it to this passion driven industry is awesome.
Well, I think this is why I relate to a lot of the people here today, is that I'm also very passionate about what we do. I really, I used to be a dealer. I used to have a family dealership. I worked with my father in a dealership for 17 years. And so you experience all of it. I used to tell people I was the janitor. I was the guy that came in and cleaned up messes and did all those things. And so I love that. I recognize that in a lot of people today. But for me, coming in and being able to show them something that a lot of dealerships aren't familiar with, talking about profit sharing, and then for me, transparency, showing them something that a lot of times they don't even understand how the fee structure or the costs and things are associated with it. I'm transparent to a fault. I want to make sure they understand exactly how it works, how it can benefit them, if it's a good fit for them. And, again, this is something that impacts the dealer in the way that it makes, massive changes for them going forward, where they can buy additional units, open all additional locations, and we're doing this with dealers across the nation, and it's incredibly exciting to do.
And because it's not tied to one specific OEM or whatever, it's a benefit to all dealers, including the independent guys who don't have the luxury of a franchise.
100% correct, yes. So if you're in a dealership and you're selling units, whatever they may be, it's just a volume game. You have to have a certain amount of volume for it to justify making, a reinsurance or a retro type of program. But a lot of guys are already there and they don't realize it. And so they're leaving money on the table. So if I went in and I didn't provide any training and I didn't provide any assistance, which we do all of those things as well, but if I didn't change anything and they just continued to do what their operation is doing now, I'm opening up another profit center for them, and that's like not changing anything inside the store. And so when you start, going through these things with the dealership, it really opens their eyes. And they're like, wait a minute, why am I not doing this already? And I go, exactly.
So for the dealers who aren't lucky enough to be here at the show with us, how do they find it?
Very easy. They can find us on our website. It's ELITEFIpartners.com. And ultimately, if you just Google search ELITEFI, we're trying to figure out how to do the AI and get it so our stuff populates there. That seems to be a little bit more difficult, but Google us. It's ELITEFI, and that populates our website. We have a lot of resources on there that talk about reinsurance profit, participation programs, even the F&I products that we're offering and how maybe we're a little different than some of the providers out there. A lot of really exciting stuff is actually coming to market, with the service contracts going back a little bit further in length of time, unlimited mileage products, so it's not even paying attention to the mileage on a bike or a unit. It's really kind of an exciting time because you have a product that's going to really benefit a customer. It's really going to benefit a dealership. So it's kind of a perfect win-win scenario.
Well, going back to needing to crack that AI code, our host here at Ignition can help with that.
Okay.
And the technology. Speaking as an MIC member, we brought Dave Gotti from Ignition to an MIC symposium 3 years ago, before AI was even the topic.
Okay.
And he warned us what was coming, told us how to defeat it at that point, and explained it in pretty basic layman's term. 90% of the best and brightest minds in our industry, we didn't understand it.
Right.
The other 10% of us were scared to death.
Right.
Myself included, because AI is going to put magazines out of business. So he says it's not, and we're still here.
Yeah.
But there are ways to make it the tool that it's supposed to be. It's not a threat. It is a tool if we use it properly.
Right. I think right now it's like, especially in my industry, like we do a lot of training, and there's some tools popping up that are AI driven. And I was interviewed honestly about a month ago, and I spoke about this, and I say, in my opinion, what I've seen thus far, AI is a great complement. It's a tool to learn from. If we can utilize it in that sense, I really enjoy AI. If it's not that, then in my opinion, I don't ever really want to see that replace a finance manager or a person inside the dealership with an AI that can take his job. I'm not interested in that. You take away empathy and emotion and things like that, and it changes the environment for a customer. For me, we build value in products because we relate to them. We understand the situations they go through. AI is exciting. It does a lot of things, and I'm not trying to downplay it. I think it does a lot of things well. It does a lot of things not so well yet, right? And it's, I think people need to recognize where it's a good fit.
AI will get there, but we need to keep control of it as a tool and use it for what it's worth.
Right.
One thing is AI does it right. It can't replace relationships. It can't replace passion.
Exactly.
It can only better inform our decisions.
Exactly.
So as long as we keep it in perspective, it's not quite the boogeyman. But we need to be aware of it because it is going to impact everything that we do across the entire spectrum of what we do.
Exactly. Very cool.
Michael, thank you very much for the time.
All right. Thank you for having me.